Do your kids have a growth mindset? By the end of this video, you'll have some journal prompt ideas to teach your kids the growth mindset at home. I'm Stephanie Anderson, founder of Peaceful Play, and I help moms entertain their kids with screen-free creative play. Growth mindset was introduced to the world by Stanford psychology professor Carol Dweck. She wrote a book in 2013 that introduced her concept to the world. Growth mindset is the belief that you aren't born with all of your talent and abilities, but your brain will grow and you'll get better at things with challenges and practice. As adults, we grew up knowing only about a fixed mindset, that much of our talent and abilities are within us and cannot be changed. Growth mindset is the single most important factor in whether or not we will grow and improve throughout our lives. Since we didn't grow up learning this way, it's important that we check in with our kids and make sure we're reinforcing the growth mindset. So in our family, we've found the easiest way to do this is through a journal. Do your kids have a journal? Journaling creates self-talk. It's a great way for your kids to get their emotions, identify their emotions, get their emotions out on the page, whether that's through writing or drawing pictures. Journaling is a reminder to be grateful, and it's a kind of meditation. When you first start, or you're starting to get into the habit of journaling, it's important to have some journal prompt ideas to get the flow started. You might be thinking, journaling? I'm sorry, but my kids are too active or too young or too wild for that. But I have some solutions for you. So starting with really young kids, a journal might seem a little intimidating for really small youngsters. So why don't you try getting out something that's not really a typical journal, but maybe it's a notebook that's blank. This is an example of our youngest son's journal that he started when he was 4. And it's literally just a black notebook and with black paper, and we gave him some fun, glittery, iridescent pens to write. And so he started with drawing, and then after he was drawing for a little bit, then we would label it. And then he started with letters, and this was a great thing for him to do when the older kids were doing their journals. He would create this, and this is a great way to start the habit of journaling for little ones. Next up, you might graduate to a blank small journal with lines. This is for kids who are learning how to write. So this was a journal that the cover was actually created by our daughter, and she ended up selling these at some of the summer events around our community. But this is just a blank journal with lines, and this helps them write. Now, if you get a journal without lines, that's a great way, before they're ready to write, that's a great way to keep a journal as well, because pictures are also a way to communicate feelings and what has happened throughout the day. So even if it's just blank pieces of paper, it's actually easier for little kids to get started doing a journal. And also, this was summer 2019, so this is the most recent one. So you can see she has lots and lots of writing on here, and this is fantastic. And you can see there's also pictures too. So even though there's lines, she might want to do, or your kids might want to do pictures and also words, and that is wonderful too. This is just another example. This is actually graph paper, and this is for our oldest son who is 9, and he does not necessarily like the idea of sitting down to write, and he's really into math. So we thought this graph journal might be interesting to him because he can draw little pictures and connect the dots and lines, and it's a great way to incorporate math and reading and writing all at the same time. And he liked this one too because this was a place that we visited. Another option, if you don't have a lot of time, is this is a journal called 2-Minute Mornings. There's a lot of similar journals out there that are maybe 5 minutes a day or 3 things a day, but this happens to be 2-Minute Mornings. And each page, you open it up and it will say, it just gives you some prompts. So I will let go of, and here's a blank, I am grateful for, there's a larger blank, and I will focus on these 3 things. And this is great for kids as well because, number 1, it gives them prompts and an easy way to start and an easy way to finish. It's just 1 page a day. And then also there's a spot I am grateful for, but they could also draw in here. There's no lines. So drawing and writing and giving kids the option to do either one is definitely something that they appreciate when they're young because their hands get tired from writing, and sometimes that seems stressful to them. And you want the journal to be a time of relaxation and rejuvenation, not something that's going to stress them out and feel like homework. Next up is for your very, very active kids that don't want to sit. This is called Wreckless Journal. I'm thinking you might have heard of this. It's a very popular journal, and this happens to be the color version that came out, I think, last year in 2018. And Wreckless Journal is literally what it sounds like. It's not even about journaling or writing down your feelings. Each day, it will tell you how to wreck the journal. For example, pour, spill, drip, spit, fling, different colored drinks here on this page. All right, that's just one example. Here's another one. Press leaves and other found things. Here's another one. Pretend you are doodling on the back of an envelope while you're on the phone. So it's like, as you can see, it's really fun. And actually our son, when he first got this, there's a page that says, eat this page, and he loved that, of course, like he literally ate it. And there's another one that says take it in the shower, and he's dying to do that, and that's fine, but I'm kind of hoping he'll wait towards the end of this journal to do that, because I really think it might get wrecked in the shower. But anyway, this is just a fun one. If you're having trouble, if your kids are resisting journaling, then Wreckless Journal is a great way to start, because it's very non-intimidating for your little ones who are not excited about sitting down and writing. So lastly is my favorite one for kids who are about age 3 to 4-ish to around age 10. And it's a kind of a more famous journal. It was started on Kickstarter a few years ago, and it's called the Big Life Journal. And it's literally a journal about growth mindset for kids, filled with journal prompt ideas for growth mindset, and it helps teach your kids. And this is a journal that's more of combined effort. You pick a journal buddy with this, and so your kid can do the project or the assignment, I guess it is, and then they can get with you and you share stories and you share together in the journal. So I can't show you the cover because our daughter has recovered it. She did not care for the cover and she wanted to recover it. But this is a Big Life Journal. It has a white cover. And I just love this. I have to read you the table of contents. It is all about me and my superpowers. Believe in yourself. Mistakes help you grow. Be persistent. Be grateful. Be unique. Be you. Challenges make you stronger. Effort is key. Love learning. Be kind and make a difference in the world. So then you go to each chapter, and for example, here's Be Persistent. There was a part 1 where it showed a story. So it has a story of the boy who never gave up, and it's a little short story about a child who was in a wheelchair and ended up being a great big basketball star because he was persistent. So there's like a really short story, and then here it says my dream, and there's a cloud, and you can put, like, my daughter already filled this out, I want to become a famous artist. So sweet. And it says, why is this dream important to you? And then you write what you think. And she put, I love to draw. And so part 2 of the Be Persistent will have you share a story with your journal buddy of a time when you were persistent and it helped you. And then your child will share a story, and then you write things about it and you draw about it. And it's just a wonderful way to reinforce the growth mindset. This is an amazing journal. I highly recommend it. And any journal, though, you can't go wrong. You're getting your child to think about their day, think about their feelings, and get it all out on paper. So now you know how to get your child started journaling, but what else can you do to encourage peaceful play at home? I wrote a 3-page guide on how to set up long-lasting play activities. You can grab yours in the description below. Or if you'd rather have activities delivered right to you, check out peacefulplaybox.com. If you like this video, give me a like, make sure to hit subscribe, and share it with a friend who's a mom and this could help their family too. I'll see you in the next one. Talk to you guys soon.